How easy is it to make money in India? Just grab any random rock, slap some red paint on it, scatter a few coins around, and boom, you've created a deity. Before you know it, people line up to donate and pray, some even kneeling in worship. Within 10 minutes, those coins multiply tenfold. Seems like a business opportunity too good to pass up, right? The truth is, using religion to scam people out of their money is nothing new in India. Even an alien fell victim to this very scheme. His name was PK, and he came to Earth last year on a research mission. The moment he landed, he got robbed. An old man spotted the pendant around PK's neck, figured it was valuable, snatched it without hesitation, and hopped on a train to make his getaway. This was a huge problem because that pendant was actually the remote control for his spaceship. Without it, PK was stranded on Earth. Since it was his first time on this planet and he knew absolutely nothing, PK started observing his surroundings. He noticed everyone wore clothes, so he grabbed a couple of outfits from a car, thinking that would help him blend in. But he couldn't figure out why everyone kept laughing at him. After cycling through several outfits, it finally clicked. Clothes are gender-specific. Next, PK discovered this strange paper with an old man's picture on it that could somehow be exchanged for stuff. Amazing! And getting this paper wasn't hard at all. You could find it in clothes left in cars or pick it up from blind people on pedestrian bridges. Now that food and clothing were sorted, there was still one major problem: the language barrier. For instance, he noticed a hairdresser whose clothes looked a bit off, but he couldn't just tell him, so he tried to fix it for him instead. The hairdresser looked pretty annoyed. Did I ruin his fashion statement? So PK tried to put the clothes back the way they were. But the hairdresser was still upset, so PK bolted. At an intersection, he got hit by a car. Luckily, the driver was a decent guy who not only took him to a clinic but also let him crash at his place. On the way back, PK kept staring at the driver, then suddenly grabbed his hand. The driver nearly jumped out of his skin, quickly whipped out his license and blurted, "Gender, male. Preference, female." What he didn't realize was that PK grabbed his hand to acquire language skills. On PK's planet, they have this special ability. Just by holding someone's hand, they can copy all of that person's skills. Later, PK spotted a newlywed couple holding hands and immediately tried to join in. The groom pulled out a knife and chased him for 2 miles before the driver finally showed up to rescue him. Seeing how desperately PK wanted human contact, the driver decided to help him out. He pulled out his wallet and took PK to a place where holding hands was totally acceptable. There, all the women were forward and eager, and PK finally got what he was looking for. He held a woman's hand and downloaded the language pack all night long. When the download was complete, he opened his mouth and could actually speak fluently. PK quickly woke up the driver and told him his true identity, then took him to the spot where the remote had been stolen. Based on the train's direction, the driver figured the thief probably took the remote to Delhi to sell it. So PK said goodbye to the driver and hopped on a train to Delhi. As soon as he arrived, PK started asking around if anyone had seen his remote. Everyone told him the same thing: ask God. God knows everything. PK was totally confused. Who is this God person and why is he such a big deal? A street vendor pointed to a stall and said, "Buka, that's God right there. Small ones are 50, big ones are 100. Half skeptical, PK bought one and sat by the road to test it out. "God, please give me food." Right then, a kind stranger happened to give some food to a nearby beggar. PK stared at the food in his hands, completely stunned. This God thing actually worked.